It's a very slow boy day today, and today we have something awesome to talk about. Right at the beginning, this sticker right here is finally on a shirt and a hoodie, and they're both on sale. Make sure you check them out. Link down below in the description. You have 2 weeks before they're gone. I promise you, that is genuinely the only reason that I have not got that sticker yet, but we've now finally got it. But anyway, we're building this beautiful MX5 MIATA today, and we know it has some fantastic engine swaps in it. It's one of the lower end cars. I know a bunch of people have already done this already, but this is something I really need to do. I think any Need for Speed player needs to do. So let's do it. I am so happy to finally have these out. Man, it took way too long to get a hold of these, but we're customizing this beautiful car, and we can finally actually use the sticker on it. That is genuinely the only reason I haven't actually unlocked that sticker. I remember there's actually quite a few nice parts for this car. We're going for a nice clean build, stancy boy, if you will. That roof needs to come right off. We have, oh no, that's annoying. We don't actually get the chance to convert this roof off. That's a missed opportunity. Realistically, this car, the whole point of having the convertible stuff, why not on this car, right? Anyway, we've got a nice big wang collection to go with. I'm actually going to go for the widest, biggest wing they have available. Customize the trunk lid a little bit, make it look extra spicy, boy. Have we got any LED lights? Oh, we got the different lights. Yeah, I think I've put those on before, and quite frankly, not a fan. The lights, as a standard, look old, like they need to be replaced. Do we go for a bolt-on look? I don't normally go for the bolt-on look anymore, so let's actually go for the bolt-on. Very, very different to what I normally go for. It's the Mazda Speed parts that actually gives it a little bit of authenticity almost. We can actually remove the pop-up headlights if you are stupid. Ooh, sleepy boy. My favorite cars to build are those that are not really loved so much. I say not loved so much, but a lot of people on YouTube like to click on the videos and stuff that have the supercars and the such in it. So there comes a time when I finally get to unleash my stupidness and build what I actually want to build. I think BBS suit this almost perfectly. I don't think you can actually get anything that suits this car better. So we're just going to go with it because, come on, we are going for proper chrome wheels. They just look awesome with this car. And they finally, tiny boy, baby boy needs to be, holy crap! Oh, only some of the diffusers work with it, but that looks absolutely mental. I'm actually going to go for this one because it fits really well. That is ridiculous. I'm going to go for a nice bright red. I might possibly do a slight flake in the paint, not too sure. Maybe a fine flake. I'm really into the non-metallic paint. That's all I seem to use, and I think it's going to continue to be the thing. Ooh, there it is. Let's plop it on the side. Look at that beautiful design. Yes, that's the best sticker. I don't care. Everyone else's was rubbish. If you use anyone else's, get in the bin. Bring the hot boy to the ground. Oh wait, we're doing a stancy boy build. Yeah, let's go ridiculous. And of course, once we do the performance upgrades, it's going to go even lower. Now, this is the main reason we're actually here for this build, is to rotary swap it. So let's put that 1.3 wankle in there. Woohoo! He said what? The side of the car is kind of bugging me, so we're actually going to have to throw on. I guess, are we doing drift or let's do drift, because we don't normally do drift. So let's do, it is, of course. Oh, it's going to have to be showcase then if I want to go to... You know what? Stuff it. I'm going to try the full showcase stupidness parts, even though that's not the best way to make a drift car. If you do want to know how to do that, watch my video where I drove around in a Huracan for about 30 minutes. Put on some showcase, and we're good. Right, this wankle needs a lot more power, so we're actually going to throw in the Elite Plus parts that I have ready, ripped from another car, probably. I think everyone has their go-to drift location when they first test out their drift car. This is easily mine, and I think it's going to be a lot of people's. So, yeah, normally, I would recommend using Speed Cross parts for a rear-wheel drive car. Oh, hang on. I say normally very much so. That was actually pretty nice. Of course, it still doesn't slide as I'd want it to. This is still getting some major points, though. Yeah, Speedcross definitely still makes it easier to handle. Come on, get into a drift. You see what I mean? Speedcross will be doing bits right now. But I'm going to take it because I want this thing to look a little bit hot boy, right? For example, we don't want it lifted at the front. If you put on Speedcross parts, that's the problem. It does properly lift the car sometimes, but this engine is ridiculous in this car, and I really, really want to put some speed down to see how it goes. Look at that! I'm actually going to do it. We're going to pop into the part shop here just because I don't actually have all the parts available. I want to throw in some of the Grippy Boy stuff and get some top speed going, because come on! This has been begging me ever since I just built this damn thing. It's like, come on, put me in a straight line, buddy. I can do it. I promise you, please. 400 plus before we've even got the gearbox in there. I think, yeah, 8 speed is going to help it out tremendously. But now when it comes back to drift, it's going to be a little baby. It's not going to be very happy. Here we go. Fully converted whip. Oh, you know what? It actually drives really well as well. So low speeds, it is so fast. Mid hundreds, fast. High hundreds? How are we going to pull through that? That's actually really quick. If this had some proper big engines available, I think this could be one of the quickest cars. Oh my god, look at the turnability of it as well. Please tell me it slides nicely through the corners. You never would have heard me say that in the last game. I've kind of just accepted the fact that... Oh, wait. Okay, maybe with a bit of track, it's not going so well. Yeah, I've come to realize that in this game, if you want to be able to turn properly, you just have to slide. Hopefully... we get even more improvements in the next game. It's so much better than it was, but come on. Get it popping, MX5. Nothing really corners like the RSR. That's the main problem. So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend this as a race car. It's fine. It's not an FXXK. It's not an RSR, for example. It's not a Huracan, which, by the way, is a very, very good car indeed. No! Holy crap. That took me to grey instantly. That took me way down to critical. How about we take a jump and then pause while we're in the air and then swap our parts? Can we actually do that? I think we can, and see if it lands differently, you know? So I'm going to go and say and swap on all my speed showcase parts. I keep saying Speedcross. And boom, baby. Oh, that's not going to... Hey, there you go. Bit of a slide. Oh! I'm wall grinding. Tony Hawk! Yes! That's how slippery my rear wheels are. Who needs Tony Hawk? We got Tony Pants. Pants Man Matoni. I thought that's what wall was going to be solid. It's not turning as well as I'd... Speedcross. We're doing it. As we expected, absolutely decimated the ride height, but it should now have a lot more control when we get that slide. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. It still has quite a bit more control. You can clearly see that it's popping off. Come on, that was the fit. How was that missed? No, it just kicked me out. Now that I've actually collected that sticker, I feel like I need to collect literally everything. There's so many cars I haven't unlocked because I haven't done the collectibles yet. And I see these collectibles all day, every day, because I've driven past probably most of them on this game. Just didn't have the time to collect it at the time. There's a billboard right there. How on earth? It's probably something to do with you, isn't it? I'm gonna say no. There's probably a jump somewhere, and I know that there's this sticker over here. I like stickers the most because then it can actually encourage me to try and make some wraps. Of course, we have to take it to an actual drift course to see how we do, because this is probably going to be one of my little drift boy. It's going to be my new drift project. I really want... It's just wheel spinning. I want to see how it does with the Speedcross parts on an actual drift event. This is not one that I test very often, but it's one I want to try. It's got a nice amount of corners, and we should probably see how it does. If I can beat the target score in it, I'll possibly consider actually building this as a project. I think the turning is one of my main issues with it. I'm actually going to play with the live tuning to attempt to fix it a little bit. Oh, yeah. Downhill, it's pretty aggressive. It's actually too aggressive for steering. It locks it, holds it in place, doesn't allow you to keep it going. You can see that my drifting in general seems to be a little bit slower. I think a mix of actually some on-road parts, maybe some drag tires, will give us a bit more stability with this thing. It's fighting me. It's a strange one because it feels like it has too little grip sometimes, but then too much at the same time. I'm gonna continue messing with this thing. It needs to be broken. I will break you, little car. I will make you cry until you finally submit to me and handle how you should. Yeah, it's definitely down to the parts. I mean, we got the target score. That's what I was aiming for. I think, honestly, I want to go back to my supercar drifting. It just feels... inconsistent. Inconsistency is unacceptable. I've got some proper solid drift machines. The RX-7 is actually a little bit nicer than this. Even though I really messed up with that car, I think overall I prefer drifting with an all-wheel drive car. You've probably seen that across some of my videos. There's something about the smoothness of it. The only thing is it gives you so much less points. It's almost as if the points calculation has been changed. I'm pretty sure there's going to be people in the comments saying, they're like, oh, Theo, what are you talking about? This is my favorite car. Well, for me, it's probably... I wouldn't say it's going in the bin because it's still really cool. I need to find a purpose for this car. If anyone knows a better purpose, please tell me. I don't want to throw it away, but I don't want to use it for drifting because, yeah, I'm not too sure about that. But there we are, the Wankel-powered MX5. The way it should be, right? The way it should be. That would be amazing. Possibly one of the quicker cars in the game, but quite frankly, doesn't handle well enough to be the fastest around the track. From my own experience, even in drift, it handles a little bit sloppy, but it's still a fun car to build, and it's actually very cheap to max this thing out with a Wankel. Anyway, hopefully you did enjoy. Remember, these shirts are on sale for only 2 weeks, so make sure you rush and get them over at panther.store. But other than that, be sure to smash like, subscribe if you know, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, peace.